Welcome to Almost a Podcast, episode 205. Paul and Barry.
Hello, listeners. 205 is a good number.
Yeah, I just went straight in then. That was the test. But
Yeah.
we're in. We're rolling.
We're rolling.
It's been a little while, actually. I think we got some recording sessions from when we were on the way to Matthew's funeral that I haven't put out yet.
Oh, okay. Right. Yep, fair enough.
It's because I haven't checked them 100%. They're going to go just straight on YouTube because they're not War Master related.
Yeah.
And they really are just off topic.
Yeah, of course.
One of them's talking about Horus Heresy, I think, mainly.
It is,
and the other one's just talking about, like, popular culture, TV shows and films and all that good gubbins. So today we're going to talk about the two events that are coming up and just talk a little bit about what Paul's been doing over the summer, because I haven't been doing much, me.
Okay, fair enough then. Yeah.
So what have you been up to, Paul?
What have I been up to? What gaming-wise? I just recently...
we played the Blood Bowl match, didn't we?
We did. Let's talk about that.
All the big up in...
The thing I wanted, I was desperate to get recorded. Because
You're glad you didn't now.
I know, I'd have been happy with that. Is it right? I think you handled it pretty well. But go, I'll let you tell the story, Barry.
So the first thing I've got to say is I've had my worst game of Blood Bowl ever at the start of this league.
Yeah.
I got absolutely twatted by Phil, OG Phil, playing Chaos Dwarves, who took my undead team to pieces.
Yep.
I got nothing out of the game. Nothing. Yeah. It was an embarrassment.
I
went nowhere, did nothing. I was just like a spectator.
What, you like the Man United coach now?
I was just like reading a book.
Yeah.
And then since that point, I've just been unstoppable.
Yeah, you've shaken off your ring rust, definitely.
Yeah, so I've won 6 out of 6.
6 out of 6,
including beating you and Neil, who's the only other losses. You've had one loss each, you and Neil.
Yeah.
And one draw, and that was to each other.
We drew with each other, yeah. That's right.
And then both lost to me.
Yeah.
In the it was a rough game for you.
It showed so I'm playing a high elf team and my team's fairly developed now where it needs to be.
That's a fucking understatement.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to go too far on Blood Bowl, but the problem with undead is they don't develop very well.
Yeah.
I start like a fucking house on fire.
Yeah.
And then by about this point,
yeah,
my team's like as developed as it's going to realistically get.
Yeah.
Maybe your mummy gets blocked at some point.
Yeah.
And your team's now like nearly twice as expensive.
Yeah.
With players with skills all over the fucking place.
Yeah. The rating is getting pretty high. Yeah, and
because where I win 1-0, you win 6-0.
Yeah.
So the SPP's just out of this world.
And also that means you get more money as well because you get an extra. You get winnings for every touch.
So you've got a full squad of 16.
I've got a full squad of 16 elves. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 14, and 6 of them are zombies. They're fucking junk.
Yeah.
Garbage.
So my elves are better than your zombies. Yeah.
One elf is better than a whole team of zombies.
Yeah. So what that means is my high elf team is very good at scoring, especially if it's received the kick. Then I don't think it's really possible for my opponent really to stop me scoring.
Not now.
I could double one it. Yes, of course I could. And that might be telling. But I think, I don't know. I don't know how the opponent really stops me scoring. So the game is about them scoring back and me chasing. So if there was any skill, anything in the game, any inducement that would allow you to affect the kickoff table in any way, as in the kickoff, the role of who kicks and receives, I would choose that. I don't know what it would be, but it doesn't exist because you'd won the toss, you elected to receive, and you caged. And I got to your ball carrier a few times. It wasn't that I couldn't get to them, but your team has got those 2 mummies, which are very good cage pieces.
Yeah.
Sure. I can't block a mummy down, but I did get to your ball a few times, but it never fell where I needed to go. You recovered and caged again, and you scored turn 8. Then in the second, so you're 1-0 up, and then in the second half, you kicked to me because you have to. I scored 2 turns, I think it was. It was it wasn't hard. And then you received the ball again and you cage again and you scored about turn 8 of the last half, so it ends 2-1. Yeah. And that's exactly how you should play against high elves. And the skill set that I have, that's where I need to. That's why I develop the players, is about hunting that ball carrier. So. Now I've got a couple of players with leap and stuff. They can get round to where that ball carrier is to be. But that's what you should do, and you played it very well. So credit.
Yeah, but I think if you played that game 10 times, I'd maybe win a couple.
Yeah, there's if I ever rolled a blitz, for example, that'll put a problem with. Or if one of my kicks comes back, I've got the skill kick. So if I manage to get the ball to land, obviously you can't affect the direction.
No.
But if it does land behind, in a deep corner, so it's going to take you 2-3 turns to effectively cage. By that point, my elves have swarmed you, and like they chased, and that's what. So when I played my last game of the league, because now we're into the playoffs, I played against Joe's Orc team, and I won 6-0.
I mean, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, it was. It's like for everybody, it was embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, he's not. He's the assistant commissioner, so he's not a complete noob. But
no,
he certainly played like a complete.
I mean, because everything fell for me, and I did get one blitz, and I just kept swarming his ball carrier, and I'm just taking.
Do a better job of protecting the ball carrier.
But I could get to him before he could do something a bit like. I mean, well, I won 6-0.
Yeah, wow.
I mean,
it don't get much worse than that, to be honest.
I mean, it's pretty hard to get worse than that. Yeah.
So all I need is one game for it to go wrong, because you can only get 11 men on the pitch. You'd get 12 if you could.
Yeah.
You'd certainly try.
Yeah.
So you get your 11 men on the pitch. Mm-hmm. You get beat up in the first half.
Yep.
You can't bring any subs on.
No.
So you get one turn at the end. You can't score in one turn, not reliably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then second half you score, because you're going to score.
Yep.
And then you've got your 11 men on the pitch again, because you're probably going to have 11 men. And then you just get whittled down and they win 2-1. That is the only really realistic way it's going to go, that you lose a game.
Yeah. And exactly. Like, because now I have that defence in depth. Like people are like desperate to attack my best thrower. Well, he's never on the pitch until I want him to be on the pitch.
He's on 2 turns.
Yeah. It's like, and then he's off again. Then he's signing autographs. Yeah. So it's like, well, thanks for that. It's like he doesn't need to come on, does he?
Exactly. He comes on, throws one pass, scores, off he goes.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the game should be.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like
but it's not a foregone conclusion, because you can have some games that just like. They're a catastrophe. You roll a couple of double ones and you just get slaughtered, and
completely. Like so,
you're not out fighting anything.
So about halfway through this league, I played Tom's Dwarves, who's on the other side, and he's top player on the other side.
Oh, his team's monstrous.
Yeah. And so the first game we played, I won 3-0, and the second game we played, he won 2-1. I didn't have much of a team left. But now I've got 16 players on the squad.
But so's he.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter so much about the Dwarves, because I wouldn't, it's about me going men down.
He's also got guard and everything.
Yeah.
And he's got tackle all over the place. He's got mighty blows. Yeah. So, I mean, if he gets in amongst it, you're not going to have many players left.
Yeah, no, totally. But it does come down, to dice, and it's like, and that's a good thing about Blood Bowl. It should come down to dice.
But it's funny how dwarves and elves are still like top tier in most game systems, aren't they? Well, it's because of the nature of how they have to be.
Yeah, well, they have to be the opposites of each other. They have to, you can't have a fast dwarf team, because that wouldn't be what dwarves are.
No.
Yeah.
But you can't really have a bashy high elf team.
Well, that's not really what high elves are. Yeah. There's got to be more bashy than high elves. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. We'll see how it goes. I've got one game left against another high elf player. So.
Yep.
Can I beat him? I don't know. I could bash him up, but will he score one more than me? Who knows?
As I say, with that, you can't affect it, but winning the kick and the kickoff, the result, who kicks and receives, that's actually really big. That can be really big.
Yeah, I've heard the pros say that you should just kick anyway.
Really?
As a bash team.
Oh, okay.
Just let them score, and then just keep the ball for the remaining 14 turns or whatever you get.
Oh, okay. You can try it that
Just
way.
never give them the ball again.
Right. So okay. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, you could.
Well, they'll get one turn at the end, turn 16. But that's it.
And that's it. Yeah.
They never see the ball again.
Yeah. Maybe.
But then they were next gen, pro level.
Mm-hmm.
So, one thing I've been doing, apart from that, is that I was looking at 6 mil stuff, because Matthew was a big advocate.
Yes, he was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I was looking at Bacchus miniatures, and they seemed quite interesting. And then I thought, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll print some 6 mil stuff, American Civil War. I'll paint them up and see if I can be arsed with it. And so there's one unit of unit.
So here we have some 6mm models.
Yeah, that works really well on audio only.
Quite simple details, aren't they?
Yeah, but I mean that's all they were, weren't
they? Yeah. And you've done some
flags,
fold over flags, yeah.
So that'd be one unit of each. But I think that there's just not enough eye candy, is there? And you certainly couldn't put it on camera.
No, it's just like a blue blobs, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I think 10mm may be the smallest reasonable size for a war game.
Yeah.
People talk about 6mm. I've even toyed with 3mm, but that really is ridiculous.
Well, I guess I don't know. Like if you have infantry. If infantry are a key or important thing, I'd say 10mm is probably the right scale. Like, so this Legions Imperialis, so they are, what is it, 8mm, isn't it? And that's the size they come up.
Yeah, but they're just blobs, aren't they? Really.
Really, but they're Space Marines, so they're going to be blobs of just like.
I mean, you're trying to put in like edge highlights and stuff. I mean, good luck.
But
that can't be easy.
Really, you do use infantry in the game, but also you use a lot of vehicles, and at that scale allows beautiful things like this Thunderhawk gunship. Yeah, like which is they're just lovely models. They're just lovely. Like,
so it's interesting about the scale. Mm-hmm. I think if I had no interest of ever putting it on camera, you could probably do 6mm. You could probably even do 3mm.
If you had to, yeah. I think
3mm
humans are that you might as well just use tokens, mightn't you? Like,
well, you might as well do like printed.
Yeah.
Like, like literally printed bits of card.
Yeah,
coasters.
Like, there you go.
Because you can't see any depth.
Can't see it. Yeah. Like this is this thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, and then also American Civil War. As an era, because I've toured with it all over the summer. I think, there's not enough variety going on. They're basically the same troops, even though.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
I know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know, but it's like if you do like Napoleonics, even though they're similar troops, there are some variety. You know, you've got these lancers on these ones.
Yeah, okay. They're using different things.
Different tactics. Or the British got first fire, but this was all like. And there didn't seem to be very many formations they used.
No.
There's no march column, there's no fucking this, there's no...
With cavalry, I think in American Civil War, cavalry's used a lot less.
Yeah, most of them are dismounted.
As in they fight dismounted, or they scout, they do that kind of stuff, but they don't have cavalry charges.
No.
Yeah, like, because the weapon they're using isn't a musket, it's a rifle that's better, than a musket. So I think cavalry, militarily had gone out of.
So it must be a really weird game system to play because there really isn't a lot of variety in what the two sides are trying to do.
Yeah, I'd say it probably. I don't know. It sounds like it would be dull, like to me.
I mean, I wouldn't want it to be dull because it's quite colourful. The different flags and the different uniforms and the different what's going on. But the gameplay seems like, well, where's the differences?
No.
It's like everybody's
like
playing
your average, like your
human at Blood Bowl.
Your Deep South, Connecticut, Tennessee unit. Is that different from a unit from New York?
Well, they might have some kind of stubborn rule or something.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. And the other one would have some kind of bonus to be more organised. But yeah, I just didn't see, there was nowhere near the flavour. And then I was looking at the uniforms, and when I did a couple of test units, and they look quite similar even on the table. Yeah. Whereas when you've got the stuff we're playing.
I mean, there's a famous scene in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly where the guy, it might be that film where the guy shouts at some what he thinks are Confederates, and he says, "Hey, fuck the Yankees, oh yeah, I'm with you," and they ride up to him and they slap their uniform, it's all dust, and they're blue underneath.
They thought they were grey.
And they're like,
blue.
Yeah. Shit.
So yeah, we'll play some black powder. We've still got some couple of games to go before it goes back, hopefully. And when you see that on the table, it's the complete opposite. Everything's so colourful and varied.
Yeah, well, that's
models are a bit
bigger.
To me,
that is the appeal. And also, you could say, in terms of different factions, it seems to be the French versus everybody, but they fight a lot of different people, the French. And there's lots of variations in the French as well. So you can generalise it, and say, this is a unit of Hussars. There's no difference between these different, in rules-wise, these different units of Hussars. But
from different armies.
But from different armies, or even the same army.
They'll have, charge at anything.
Yeah. So they have the mechanically the same rules, but they are quite different things on the table. You could paint them very differently. It's like, as well, so there's a lot of more variation, I think.
Yeah, I think the variation here came on the different armaments the infantry had. But how would you even say these have got smoothbore rifles, these got muskets, and these got fucking repeaters? How are you gonna put this on a 10mm or a 6mm or an 8mm?
You're probably not.
You're not gonna be able to see. So I just that was a shame. Maybe somebody can suggest a set of rules that do work for American Civil War, because I'm not sure Black Powder does.
Well, there's Warlord Games one.
That's what I was looking at, but I'm playing on a different scale, like Black Powder.
They called it Glory Hallelujah.
Glory Hallelujah. And the book's nice enough, but there just wasn't enough going on in the lists.
Yeah.
But that's probably true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so that little bit of an offside. What have you been doing? You played a tournament this weekend.
Yeah. So I went to the LGT. I played Song of Ice and Fire at the London Grand Tournament, and always impressive.
Well, you were quite confident with your list, weren't you?
I shouldn't have been.
So I think with really highly competitive games, you can get quite big in a small pond without realising how big the sea is.
Yeah, exactly.
And once you get to those tournament level gamers, everything's fucking optimised.
So I'd taken my main Lannister list, and I was pretty rocking with it. I got practice.
You were really worried about a dragon counter.
I was only about dragons countering, and I bought the second list to fight dragons. That's the cat. Hang on, I'll let her in. She'll cry otherwise.
Oh, Paul's got a new cat.
Kitten. Yeah,
kitten, and he's not allowed outside yet because you know what happens with cats and outside. Sounded like a car tiger.
Yeah, that's what she sounds like. And so I'd right, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I've got my theory, going to put the theory into practice. And I was like, right, okay, and then literally when I was looking at the pairings of what the other, because it's a 2-list format, I was just like, are they playing Targaryens? Are they playing dragons? Most of the Targaryens did have a 2-dragon list, and I was like, well, if it's not that, then it's straight into Red Cloaks. But the first game, so I'd played at the ELO, so the Friday I got off work and they had just had a simple 3-game single day tournament, and I just literally used that to practice for the main one, the same lists for that. And I won all 3 games of that, but that was only 12 people.
Right.
And
was there anything for winning that?
Oh, just a medal up there.
Just a medal.
A
medal says world's greatest tournament winner.
And so I did that. And then, so I was like, oh, okay, cool. I am confident here. I'm going to do well.
It's quite a big fucking medal.
He likes big medals, doesn't he? Yeah, I looked on eBay. It's got no value. Oh no, you're just trashing my trophy cabinet. So start of the 2-day event, the Saturday. And I play round 1. I get drawn against Brotherhood Without Banners. So those are the guys that, when Ned is temporarily in charge, he says, right, Gregor Clegane's wrecking the Riverlands. I'm going to, Derek Dondarrion, you're going to take some guys and of some of my troops, some of your troops, recruit locally and go and deal with this. And that's who the Brotherhood Without Banners are. And then they get beaten by Gregor, and they still exist as an insurgency in.
Are these the ones with the flame god?
Yes,
the one that can't die.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And they've also notable characters are like the priest of Myr, Thoros of Myr. Anyway.
And they're immune to your shenanigans.
No. It's in generally. I was like, I've played them before, not a lot because they're even though the game hasn't had a release in 2025, they are the latest faction. And I was like, there's nothing that stands out as a particular problem. But the guy I played was too good. It was just, You'd
obviously seen your game before.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, I don't hide from that.
No, but
and it's pretty obvious what mine is going to do. I lost that game, and you stop at 10, you go to 10. I lost that game 13-12. So when you stop at 10... So the last term, that's where my scores had gone. So it was really tight, but I lost. And afterwards, I was just like, I wrote down his list, and I was like, it's just him. It wasn't what he took. He was good. Yeah. He took on what I had and managed it well.
So he said he took what he wanted and still won. He didn't take some
So that meant. That meant okay. I'm probably out. I think though they did decide to make it 6 rounds when they only needed 5, so I could have theoretically still won at that point. But if someone won all 6 games, obviously they would win. So and then I won the next 2 games. I crushed 2 people. I felt so bad. I bought them a drink afterwards. I was like, it's how badly I crushed somebody.
Just for the listeners to understand, there's a morale characteristic that armies live and die by.
Yeah. Which is between 2 and 12.
And you've got relatively few units. So you might have 3, might have 4, might have 5 units on the board, but not a giant amount. And what Paul's army does is stacks up negative modifiers to your morale that cause you to basically implode.
It's like and so my army doesn't really fight you much. It just panics you to death.
So you pick on a unit each turn and panic until they explode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And if you've not got a counter to that, or you've got weak morale, or you don't know how to play against it, you're just going to get pushed off the table because you can't stop it happening.
No, because if you don't have something that stops my abilities, they're going to apply to you, and I will give you most of the panic tests you'll take. I've got the maths written out. I'll make it less than 50% chance of passing.
And you have to re-roll it or something.
I've got some panic tokens as well. So I crushed 2 poor people the next 2 rounds, including like one guy. He got a point off me, and that was literally the turncoat that I killed. That's all he scored. So he got nothing basically. It's like he zeroed every.
Cats drinking painting water.
Yeah, they love it, don't they? And then so I'm like,
anybody worried about the toxicity of? She's thrown it out of the cup.
Yeah,
they're brilliant cats.
They
just don't give a fuck.
That was okay.
They don't give a shit, mate. They don't.
Then the second day, I come up again, and this is something I can't believe I didn't know. So I played against a Martel player. And he had Oberyn Martell, who was the guy in the wheelchair. Like the Dornish people, the down south. Right. The 2 brothers. There's the Red Viper that gets his head crushed. His brother is the leader of his house, and he's in a wheelchair.
Right.
He doesn't. The show doesn't make a good show of him, to be honest. Anyway, his ability is he's got the Water Gardens, a unique space, and when you're in the Water Gardens, your opponent. So if you are in the Water Gardens, your opponent does not count as controlling any zone. Now, my panic is all triggered off me controlling the crowns.
Right.
And I can't control.
There are like spaces off the board that your non-player characters have to control.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's
magic. It's the magic of the system.
It's all a bit. What's the word? Like. Where something's like contrived or you have to kind of like abstract is the word. So you can't control your zone, so you can't do your nonsense.
So for 3 turns, when he goes first and takes that zone, because he's a very good player, like we're on table 4 at this point. I was like, I can't. My army doesn't do his panic test. So I was like, so I've skewed.
So now I've got to try and fight.
So I've skewed really hard into this theme, which is switched off for half the game. And there's nothing I can do. I can't, I haven't got a counter to that counter. So I was like, and I just couldn't believe that I didn't know that. I couldn't remember. I didn't know that happened.
So you hadn't had enough reps, had you?
Yeah, we haven't got a local Martel player. Yeah. And I was like, and so I lost that game quite easily. That was really then I had 2 other results, but that was I was then mid-table obscurity in the rest of the event, and
so you went 4-2 or something,
something like that. Yeah, I mean, like it was, but. I wasn't best Lannister. I wasn't. I didn't get any award.
So what was the best Lannister list? Was that the similar?
It was honestly. I looked at it and I was like, it was like a lighter version of mine, but
more balanced.
I think he just as in I didn't skew it as hard, but it just
so I mean more balanced.
More balanced. But he didn't come up against any, as in he lost. He didn't come up against something that was like really bad matchups.
Right.
But that's cool.
Well, all of it is down to luck.
I didn't know. Sorry, the last game I went 3-3. The last game I played against the Dragons.
Oh.
So I took my
second list,
and it got crushed by it. It didn't matter. The Dragons easily beat the list I'd teched to fight Dragons easily. So I was like, afterwards, I was really just like, I don't know. I don't think Lannisters can play that.
But is that a problem or is that a
other factions can.
So, but I think if you built a system where you're allowed 2 lists, so you've got a list that you're using as your main weapon, and then you've got a list to counter your worst matchup, and you built the best list you could to counter the worst matchup, and it got annihilated.
Yes,
But then that's not working, is it?
Well, I don't know, but maybe it's player skill. But I lost easily. That and
you might as well just ignore the Dragons. I'm just going to lose the fucking Dragons.
I guess ultimately, if I'm playing Lannisters again at an event, I might just have to accept that if I run into Dragons, I've lost.
Or maybe go get more mercs in or something to kind of counter. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't play the system. But I'm sure there's going to be an option in mercs that can do better than what you seem to have done.
Yeah. So, but in chatting with Tom and like the guy I travelled with afterwards, I was just like, I fancy, because I'd quite fancy a palate cleanser for Song next time we play at an event. I was like,
use my Starks.
Well, no, I had but I borrow his Free Folk, and I'll probably use that.
They were fucking awful to play against with my Night Watch.
What they can do is they can have 10 or activations on the table
with free,
where the other armies are 7 or 8. Yeah. So you can out activate your opponent. I'll try that, and I'll play. And you're not going to kill a lot because they're not very good in combat, but you can do this scenario. You can be everywhere on the scenario.
I think he killed all right.
Well,
so you can get into it's not like multiple on one.
Yeah,
not
flanks,
one on one.
rears. You've got, because when you outnumber someone that much, you can take all positions.
So getting hit by 3 chariots or whatever the fuck it was, that was no fun.
So I'll try that next time just to be something totally different. Because I did also notice that people who recognise my face and stuff know me as the guy that uses red cloaks a lot.
But you are a Lannister.
Yeah, no. So I think I'll try.
You shouldn't be allowed to use Norfolk.
Yeah. I'll try something different.
You have to be Dawn or Lannister.
And there'll be 0 investment because I can just borrow. I can literally borrow the thing I wrote off from Tom. He's got that, so I can just. That's easy. But yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Attention! If you need to get your miniatures safely from point A to point B, then get yourself a KR multi-case. KR multi-cases come in all manner of different shapes and sizes and have gamer-friendly pricing. So do yourself a favour and get yourself a KR multi-case today. Soft foam, hard cases.
So we're going to talk about Winter Roller.
Yep.
And also the North of the Border, because I'm not sure, apart from the High Elf one, and then we've got your event, feedback show, and then it will probably be North of the Border-y type stuff.
Yeah, totally. So we have my thing to talk through, and we also have the stuff that's been put out there into the wider web for North of the Wall.
Cool.
So Winter Roller 25. So this is the tournament pack that I do that is out there on Facebook pages files, the Warmaster Facebook page, and it is just there for anybody to take and to use. And and adapt. Yeah, totally. People have
cannibalize.
People have done that. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't faze me. I'm just like, if they take a version of it, or some people have taken it exactly and just changed the names of the scenarios. So
I love you find you quote yourself.
Yeah. I quote myself totally.
He's so modest.
Yeah.
First line. Yeah. A quote from Paul.
Yeah. Fucking right. Yeah, no, I'm not quoting you, am I?
Well, obviously not.
I can't fucking see Barry Bittman. What was the podcast?
I started painting again. That's what he's talking about. I got rid of all my lights on my painting desk, and I got 2 new lights, big lights for fucking. I still can't fucking see.
Yeah.
I need a sun inside the room.
Yeah. So we'll just quickly go through this, and I will be brief on the stuff that's the same, and then I will go into detail about the stuff that's different. Yeah. So this is for an event which is next month, which is going to be the 25th of October at the club that Barry's playing in.
And it's one day.
Yeah, it's one day, 3 games, one day. And here we go.
2,000 points.
2,000 points. So I take the basis of this as a style from the Steamroller packs that we used to use for Privateer Press used to do for War Machine, which are now inherited by Steamforge Games, and they do that. So it just gives you titles about like the event rules, the optional rules. So the event pack that I rules, it uses all optional rules. And it gives a link to the current Warmaster Compendium.
All optional rules.
All army lists. It uses
the ones I've made up.
Yeah, it uses the army list. It uses the most current version of the army list, and it gives a link to that army list. And Optimum experiences 2,000 points for their armies. Army Builder gives a link to.
Someone gonna have to bring the king is fucking dead.
Yes, because that is it. So Army Builder, it gives a link to a good Army Builder, though there is more than one choice nowadays. Mm-hmm. But I use the one that I use. And then it has a chat about sportsmanship, and like things to point out. Stalling and intentional cheating are not condoned under any circumstances. Obviously, intentional cheating is pretty obvious. It's like getting your
stalling,
slow playing. So
if
you're going to win,
play, not stalling.
Well,
stalling's where you can win and don't win. Why would you do that?
Okay, right. Okay, so slow. So anyway, it's. still slow playing is you're ahead in the game, and the game has a certain time limit, and you might lose if it goes longer. So you play slow to run out of time to win at that point. Which
we got a hard clock anyway.
I got a hard clock. Yeah. So and with that, the event organizer.
I wouldn't worry too much about any of those things. You've got a hard clock because they're going to
time out, it's. I mean, like if it's never happened in Warmaster because Warmaster players aren't that way. But if I had a round stop and two, they can't basically agree on the result because one is saying I would have I had longer, like you were playing slower and I didn't get enough time to do what I wanted to do.
Because you're using like chess clocks, aren't you? Yeah. So it was people who fucked around with the clocks.
Yeah.
What we used to do back in the good old days is we just do you both get lost.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't have run out of fucking clock because you've been fucking around with the clock.
Exactly. So modelling and painting. It has a thing in there about disqualifying players, but I've never done that. I've never needed to. So modelling, painting, stuff has to be modelled, but it doesn't have to be painted. But painted stuff looks better. Like even Barry's Ghosts, which I guess technically count as painted.
I'm going to try. I've got a month to run. That's what I was getting a reading light for.
Yeah. So terrain, here we go. This is good. So terrain. So the Warmaster Compendium, it doesn't say the minimum amount of terrain to use. It gives ideas, it's suggestions. Right. And I have come up with something which is a standard, which I like to. This is what all the tables would have. So a minimum of 12 to 15 pieces of terrain on each table, with space around them to move around them, so they're not all put together. And that would give you 3 hills, 3 wooded areas, 3 linear obstacles, 3 loose bits of terrain on each table, and 3 other pieces of whatever they are to remaining table type. If you could say that if you jammed all the scenery back to back, it should fill a quarter of the table, roughly.
Okay.
In terms of space.
So we're not talking about like woods the size of half a table.
No. It's like that's the other balance you can do to it. It's like how much terrain should you have? And there is a guide because there isn't actually a guide out there that says anything else. Says about it. And linear obstacles in particular, as we've shared a lot of times, is that they are things that chariots can't go over, and they are, so you should have them in the game because that is a thing to use. So
that was definitely good for infantry.
Yes, indeed. Then talking about clocks, each player should be allowed in 75 minutes of their chess clock, and each player's turn has to be a minute. Otherwise you can have a nonsense of just going back and forth forever.
Yeah.
You've got a minimum of a minute. Event rules. So the army lists. Obviously got to be submitted.
So just one quick thing about clocks. You will lose games generally from fucking around with the clock early on. So when you know what you're going to do, you're basically just moving forward. Just do it really quickly.
The first turns.
Those minutes you save there will pay you back later on when stuff's happening.
And when you flip the clock is when your opponent is making a decision. If I rolled a hit you and you rolled a saves, I wouldn't flip it to you because you're just going to roll some saves.
But if I won the combat,
it's your decision. I would flip it to you
because I'm pursuing.
Because then it's your choice. Do you pursue? Do you not? That's your decision.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go to that micro detail of every time because that's ridiculous, really. Because you can't affect rolling slaves. You should just roll them. Right, I've hit you 6 times. 6 dice done. There's no need to delay in any of that.
No. If you want to speed up, do things like just agree to use each other's dice. So you roll to hit, take away the misses. I roll the saves on the fucking same dice.
Or something you can do, which I'm known to do in tournaments, is if that combat is so one-sided that the maths are so far and extreme, I don't even roll the dice. I'm just like, they've lost. What do you want to do? You've killed them all. What do you want to do next? If you make that so you're getting no advantage, so I wouldn't even, so this fight's happened, I've done no hits, Barry, where do you want to, it's it's not a disadvantage to your opponent because I've given you the best option. Introduction, so at the start it's just about what the things I'd go over. Event structure and scenario selection, so there's going to be 5. So this event we're talking about would have 3 rounds, so they would be 3 rolled scenarios. Randoms that I would roll at the start.
But not the same one twice, obviously.
No, I'd never do that. And in fact it says that you never get the same thing twice. Recording results, players have to give over their tournament score, which is out of 10, and their victory points because that's for the decider.
Tiebreaker.
Well, in fact, first of all, wins is a tiebreak. It wins is the first. If you've got 3 wins, you've won. Win, and then
well, in a 3-round event.
In a 3-round event, yeah.
But this will need more than 3 rounds.
It would do.
Probably 4 or maybe
so
5.
So there's going to be probably 2 people who have 3 wins. And then event pairings, it's Swiss. So it's always unless they've already played each other. So then one gets paired down. Winning the event is the person that has the most wins.
Or then most tournament points,
or then victory points is destroyed. And it shouldn't victory points. It probably won't go to victory points. It's but it's nice to know.
Not unless 2 people get 3 10-point wins.
And then this pack has 2 optional rules of grudges. So if somebody had said, I want to play that person in particular, and they'd agreed to it.
Is Janus playing?
No, he's not.
Okay. That's the one you have to take. Somebody has to take the Janus bullet.
And the finals table, this is a personal thing and one I do enforce, is that if you have a situation where it's the final round has got 2 people who are undefeated, and that's the event, so it is they are the top 2. I like to make them 1 and 2. Because I'm
not sure about that.
Yeah, but so at the finals table, somebody's going to win that game and they're the winner. But the person who lost that final should come. I like to put them second.
Okay, because in the War Master, it was me and Paul on the first table. Paul finished second. I finished 6th.
So,
no, worse because you got above me.
Yeah. So it's
So I'd have been second and Paul would have been first.
If you're on the final table, if you're on the top table,
that was.
Yeah. Well,
but then the guy that was on the second table went past us both.
Yeah. So that's a personal thing.
Okay.
I just like to do that for the finals
because they were all unbeaten as well on the second table.
Yeah. But there you go.
Okay. Okay, it's your tournament. You do it your way.
Yeah. So additional army rules. So this is what I put into the game. High elves. High elf army games the following special rule: a dying race. So that means that high elves are no longer once the power of their world. Every generation, less children are born, and the cities are emptier. Every life is precious, and high elf generals are reluctant to risk. Okay. So representing this, the break of the high elf army is reduced by 1. Dark elf armies are not permitted to take the Sceptre of Sovereignty, magic item.
Had to happen, I guess.
Chaos Dwarves. Chaos Dwarves gain the following entry. A Chaos Dwarf Lord for plus 30 points. The Chaos Dwarf Lord gains plus 1 command when ordering one of the following units or brigades that contain the following units. Chaos Dwarves, Blunderbusses, Bull Centres, Earthshaker Cannon, Death Rocket.
It has to contain all of that? Or just
something.
One?
Has to contain only the following units.
Only the following. So you can't have mixed units with slaves. And
No, because they fuck it up. And the general can't take the upgrade. Can't make the Sorcerer Lord upgrade. So that's a new rule. Okay. The king is dead long as the king. Well, that's actually in the optional rules now of the whole. I don't know. Is it in the compendium?
I don't know.
So when a general is killed, your next character, highest character, does a command test, and he becomes a general and regains battlefield total control, total range. But if no characters are left or they all fail, you've lost the game. Then this is the new ones, the Snoop. So slow, Warmaster Ancients. 4+ save or better cavalry units gain the slow rule. Slow rules suffer an extra -1 command penalty for second and subsequent orders, i.e. first order penalty nothing, second order -2 rather than -1, and third order -3 rather than -2. And baggage train. Each army must mark 1 infantry unit that can carry a magic item at the start of the game. The unit is protecting or escorting the army's baggage train. Represent that in any way you like. The infantry unit will lose -2 break if it's fully removed instead of the -1. The infantry unit also gains the same scenery restrictions that chariots have.
Yowzers.
So they can't go stand in a wood.
But it's got to be infantry.
It's got to be infantry. Yeah.
Okay. So if you've got an all cavalry army, tough shit you.
Well, you're going to have some infantry because that doesn't exist.
And that's in every game.
That's in every game.
Okay.
Yeah. You have a baggage train.
Okay. So it's good. If people are building lists, you need to be aware of this.
Yes,
maybe worth reading the rule.
Yeah. Well, exactly. But you can it's just a token or anything.
But you just have to have that.
You're going to have to know.
You don't want it to be 1 unit of novelists.
Well, you can. You could think.
They can't go into rain.
Yeah. It can't go. Yeah. So you could say it's like you could be chaos and be like, I'll put it with unit chaos warriors and I will fight hard with them anyway. It doesn't matter.
Of course,
as in I'll protect it by being killy. Or you could I'll put it with unit goblins and I'll try to hide it or distance, but you can't stick it in a wood because they are carrying carts around.
I wonder wonder if there are any lists that don't have much infantry or have
every
shitty
list
infantry.
has
I reckon so.
Yeah.
Every list has some, even though it's not generally always good.
The scenarios. So that's the new stuff. The slow
it's
roll
like Empire
and
put on a halberdiers or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking grim.
So scenarios. You win a scenario when you reach 10 or more tournament points. It gives rules for what objectives are and how you control them, and what zones are and how you control them. And the scenario 1 is Battle of Dawn, which is a regular, no thrills game, except that it has a limited line of sight of 20 centimeters that degrades, as in that disappears throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it has,
So it's a pitch battle with
limited line of sight to begin with.
Fog of War.
And the tournament points are 2, 4, 6 for the victory points scored. I don't know if that is the best settings, but it seems to be okay for like where you get victory points in Warmaster, because you definitely don't score 1,000 points because they've got points in characters.
So how do I get 10 tournament points in that?
Because you get 4 for winning.
For winning.
Yeah.
Oh.
And and remember, wins count more than tournament points anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
So scenario 2 is outflanked. There's 2 zones, and you're trying to control them. The zones don't disappear, and you're scoring them a 1 point each per each your turn and their turn.
And 4 for the win.
4 for the win. Scenario 3 is Incursion. It has 3 objectives, which start dead center. Then randomly one of them disappears.
Don't you score 4? I don't think you do score 4 for the win for that one, do you?
Yeah, in every scenario, yeah.
So it only ends when you get to... Oh, you mean if you kill them before you get to 10 points, right? Okay.
So then Taken Hold, it has a series of objectives that are placed throughout the table, like in the center, in the center 20, and then the subsequent 20s, and you're controlling more points for the ones that are further away from you. Mm-hmm. Then scenario 5, King of the Hill, has a zone and 2 objectives, and you're scrapping out between those 3 things. And then scenario 5, Meeting Engagement, which is my favourite. The table split up into 6 zones. You'll deploy after the scouting roll. After the scouts are deployed, per brigade, your army is rolled up to which zone it's in, places down. It's got to be 30 centimeters away from the opponent, and once the game starts, it's a regular game.
So it's like pitch battle with random deployment.
With random deployment, and that is my favourite personally for Meeting Engagement. And with a simple caveat that if you rolled all of one side, you have to re-roll.
Otherwise it is just
pitch battle, and there's no point in that for that.
Well, you have advanced deployment.
And so anyway, there's most of that is nothing new. The new stuff is the
Chaos Dwarf is new.
Oh yeah, no, that's been there before.
The Chaos Dwarf thing.
Yeah.
So do you have any access to cavalries? Because that was.
They have bull centers, but only limited numbers of bull centers.
But they like proper cavalry.
Yeah, well, they're not 4-up cavalry.
Well, they're even better now.
Yeah.
Mm. So now they don't even suffer the slow. And they got command 10.
There you go.
Maybe bull centers are the new bug shit.
Well, maybe for this temporarily.
For
this temporarily, but that's the 2 new things. And
so what if I give them a banner to make them 4-up? Then it gets slow.
They get it slow. You can't.
Is it?
Yeah. So
you
can't break it that way. The intention is that a 4+ Sicilian cavalry has slow.
So when they lose the banner, they become fast.
No.
Wouldn't they? If they were I guess with the banner, and then the banner goes because you've lost your wound, your stand, and then they become 5-up.
Okay, fair enough.
And then they become faster, I guess.
It makes a difference to you.
That's not. I'm just trying to work out how it would work in Poland.
And that should be fun to see what happens. On the
Is it sold out?
Yeah, sold out. Yeah, and on
waiting list. If people want to join it, because there's always drops.
I think the waiting list is now used. So
there are always drops.
Yeah. If you wanted to play it's in Chelmsford on the 25th of October. Let me know, and I can add you to the reserve list. And then
because Friday you normally get drops.
Yeah.
Just at any event. So if you're available and at short notice,
I'll try and fit you in. I booked the day off work, so I'm free in the evening. And
so you're going to be spare player and running the event.
If there has to be a spare player, I'm spare player. Obviously, because somebody has to be the spare player, and I want to see how certainly the slow rule is what people think about it afterwards. That's what I mean, obviously, if I'm running an event and someone's got to not play, it's got to be the person running the event. It's only fair.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, unless you have a hobby hero.
I have a hobby hero. So we also need to talk about the North of the Wall stuff.
So we're going to talk about Warmaster 20. No, is it 25? Warmaster 25, brought to you by North of the Wall, Tywys and Cromedy Forge.
Yep.
Stirling, Scotland, November 2025.
Yep.
I mean, this was one that's been long awaited.
Yes.
And, and I don't think it's going to be an annual event. I think they were talking about doing it like infrequently.
Yeah, which is because it takes a lot to organise.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah. So we'll rattle through this in 15 minutes. So Warmaster 25 is a narrative event, a grand clash of good versus evil. At the end of the event, one side will win and the other will retreat to their towns, castles or caves and plot their revenge. Players will be assigned territories to battle over by their Lord Commanders.
Who are the Lord Commanders?
Me and Janice.
Okay. And what are you? You're the evil. Obviously.
At the moment, I am evil.
Yeah. That means it's only fair. Janice is the White Knight.
The White Knight.
And you're the Skaven.
If you win the battle, the territory that you're fighting over is claimed by your side.
Hooray.
If you lose, you're responsible for your loss, and your name will be the last cursed utterance on the lips of the hapless villagers you consign to the enemy. Some battles will be match-ups with one opponent versus another, each fighting with a 2,000-point army. Other battles will be fought between two evil armies, matched against two good ones, and each player will command 1,250 points. And there may be some siege games you can participate in. On day 2 of the campaign, there will be a grand battle, this being a clash where the Lord Commanders and the most trusted generals will fight for control of the Heartlands. The battle will be influenced by the events of the territory battles around them. Players do not directly involved in the grand battle will play games similar to those on day 1. So schedule on Saturday there's 1, 2, 3 games, then the evening meal and the social. On the Sunday there is 2 more games and the presentation, and should all be finished by 5 o'clock.
Cool. Hopefully people have signed up for the evening meal on Saturday. Yeah. It didn't seem tremendously expensive.
No, it did not. I don't think anything will be that bad for prices though. So game timings. Each game is going to be a 50-minute briefing and a 2-hour 30 game. Yeah, which is fine. What you need, obviously, you need Revolution Army, and
except for game 4, which has got a 30-minute briefing, so that must be a fucking monster. That's the grand battle.
The grand battle. So table allocation. Each table represents the territory defended by one of the factions. Table of set scenery. And the defending faction gains a scouting bonus to their table. You may find that some tables are advantageous or detrimental to your army, and if you make your preferences clear to your Lord Commander, you'll get ignored. They then may be able to take them into account when allocating missions.
Bullshit, you just got to suck it up, soldier.
Suck it up, soldier. Siege games and doubles games. If you're interested in playing a siege game or doubles game, please flag this with your Lord Commander. Army composition. So you're going to need to bring a 2,000-point army list and a 1,500. Now 1,250 point army list using a 1,000 break bit min max.
So only single cannons, etc.
You choose a side. 2 sides of narrative, good and evil. By now you have chosen your faction and selected either closer to the day or an event. We appreciate your flexibility in matter, and we work to create a balance of good and evil armies. We may need to assign some players for neutral armies on day one of the event. So good is Bretonia, Dwarves, Empire, High Elves, Kislev, Lizardmen, Witch Hunters, Wood Elves. Evil are Beastmen, Chaos Dwarves, Demons, Dark Elves, Goblins, Orcs, Skaven, Vampire Counts, and neutral are Albion, Araby, Cathay, Dogs of War, Nippon, Norse, Ogre Kinglings, and Tomb Kings. Good. I'm glad Tomb Kings are neutral. You know, like, because they are neutral. Yeah, they're doing their own thing.
What do they care?
You know, like, you could say Wood Elves are neutral as well, really. But you couldn't have neutrals fighting for evil. Well, yeah. So, game system rules. Additional rules. The following rules: +1 command in the first order of the first turn, which is normal. Light cavalry evading, advancing bonus, flying units landing, and the king is dead. You love it, Barry.
Hooray!
Game scores. You get earned scenario points each one. It consists of objective points from the scenario as well as a kill bonus. It is all described in the scoring on the next page. The king is dead, and then acknowledgements of who's done very well. The king is dead in times of desperate. So that is the same essential rule there that we have it. But in the event of the death of the general, the army will stay in the field and continue fighting. During your next command phase, you complete initiative. Your main character will need to make a bid for a rule. That's no different. The rule of NED, Nexus for Emergency Decision Making. Should an army find itself out of general at the end of the command phase because all their characters failed their king is dead roll, or because all the characters are dead, they must promote one of their line characters to become the Nexus of Emergency Decision Making. Select a unit in your army and replace one of its stands, counts as a casualty, with a suitable NED model. NED starts within 10 centimetres of the unit it came from. NED is automatically given command of the army and does not need to make a king is dead roll. NED may issue orders in the same round they are deployed, and that is a general with +1 attack and command 6. So basically, you go down to a command 6 general. Okay.
So that's
new. That's
not even That's not even a goblin, is it?
No.
A goblin hero. That's a goblin.
That's a shame. That's the worst it gets. Yeah, you have the worst. Right, that's fair enough.
So you get, you get 1 attack, command 6, and Ned is a general.
And they're rather new to order the whole army lark around, and their voices don't up to the task. They're command range of 20.
So hang on, you'd have to lose everything or fail the rolls.
Yeah.
Or just don't lose your general.
I like it.
Don't lose your general.
So scoring. In the combined objective victory rules, the aim of the game is to earn 500 points at the end of the player turn. And so scenario points are your objective points and your kill bonus. Okay. So, following units can't score objective points, which makes sense. Flying units confuse units. A unit's reduced from 3 stands to 1. Fair enough. Okay. A pump wagon and units which do not count towards break, as in Bretonnian peasants or skeletons. Good. I like that. So, okay.
So I think this is John's kind of scenario, what do they call it? Like campaign system where you get bonuses for killing shit based on the number of units.
Kill bonus. Each enemy unit destroyed earns the kill bonus in the kill bonus table, and each enemy unit reduces 2 or more stands gets scores a half of that. Each slain character earns a kill bonus. So, and it's increments of 100. There are less than 100 army points, 50. 100 plus is 100. Characters are general plus 50. Characters command 10 plus 50. Makes sense. Conceding, no one will ever concede. So, victory points are not used. And and then it has army unit count. So if you killed a 10 unit army, as in you won, I guess you get 100 kill points there, and there's a little table here going up and up and up. And I guess that's cumulative as you go along. But
per unit.
Yeah, per unit.
Okay, so the army specific kill bonus, Troll Slays, destroying a unit of Troll Slays does not earn a kill bonus,
which makes sense.
A unit of Troll Slays alive at the end of the round counts as a killed unit for your opponent.
Yeah.
Honor and duty. Nippon armies add 2 to their army unit count to determine their kill bonus value of their unit. All right, because they get the free shit.
Breakpoint exclusion. If an army has units excluded from a breakpoint, the army must decide if they count all units, only those units that contributed to breakpoint. Oh, okay, so it's a way to try and balance a Bretonnian army into it, basically. Fair enough. Okay, so that only applies if you're playing Bretonnians or you're using them. So scenarios, scenario duration, scorecards, scouting points are there. It outlines them, which is nice. Deployment is all nice and clear. Steps for that. So we have lifted spirits as scenario 1. That is 2 objectives are placed in the long table edge and 2 are placed in the centre line. So you've got a group of 4 by the looks of it, and you hold them, and you at the end of the game, at the end of a player turn is worth the so you cumulative scoring each turn. Very good, like it. Yeah, cool. Golden opportunity scenario 2. You have dominates the objective, which is in dead centre of the table. And you get 50 points for every time you control that, which is really cool.
So you've got to imagine you're doing this and adding the kill bonus together to get the total score.
To get your total score. Scenario 3, take the ground. So divided into 6 event as even sectors to help mark as cross points, and each owner controls a sector. So it's So it's controlling those zones. There's 6 zones to control, and your half of the table, the opposite half of the table, is worth more. It's worth a lot more actually. So makes sense. Burst through touches a unit that touches the opponent's long edge has got off the table. So you're moving units off the opponent's end of the table, and they worth points. The more their value they are that you get through, that is they said it. Scenario 5 twice, and then capture the flag. There's going to be 2 flags in the center, and that's what you're trying to control. So and you get points for score holding as you hold them as you go through the game.
And there's a really nice appendix for scenery summary.
And it's got slow as well. Slow units. All right, okay. So I wonder what it's listed as slow units. Interesting.
Well, it hasn't talked to us.
It has there. Slow units.
It all says there, but what's defined as slow? Maybe it's in the...
somewhere else.
A unit with the flag becomes slow.
Oh, okay. That makes sense,
So they picked up a flag.
Yeah, because they picked up a flag.
Slow can become a good thing.
Yeah. So, and then it gives you an appendix summary just to totally define exactly what scenery does and is, which is fine. And then it has loads of sponsors. There you go.
So the appendix summary, so appendix 1 scenery summary, I think that could be really quite useful going forward, because as a community, you need to agree on a set of terrain rules. Because there are lots of kind of cheat sheets or whatever, but they're based on that person's interpretation. Generally,
they are.
There was one that Justin did, but we just need to try and adopt one that people like, and it's straightforward. Yeah. So this one looks quite straightforward. I'll tell you after I've played with it.
So
and then loads of fucking sponsors.
Yeah, and loads of sponsors.
Cromarty, Plastic Soldier, Mighty Minis, Rock,
White
Excellent, White Dragon, War Gamer, and KR. Good old KR.
Yeah, they've been really good.
They've sponsored us for 20 years now.
They've been great for us for 3 years. Yeah,
man and boy.
So, there is going to be a captain's chat. So me, Janners, and the organisers are going to have a 3-way chat about how the more particulars about how we're going to run the event. But yeah, obviously everyone's got to play, and we'll work and what it means when you do well, when you win your game, what it means for your side essentially. And I don't. This is me. I haven't been told this yet, but I would think that the matchups are decided by the team captains. I think how it goes down. Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Well, you just pick tables. Who are you going to put on what table? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But so what we have is we have an event which is got set games and set times for those games, but your results aren't for you. Your results are for your team, and it is more of a narrative thing. Which is what it's supposed to be. So, obviously try to do well, but, and equally, if you're on my team, I might throw you under the bus because I need somebody to be thrown under the bus.
Somebody's got to die.
And today it is you. Today it is you. But yeah, totally. And so it should be awesome. I mean, I was like, what are you going to take, Barry? Whose team?
I don't know. They asked me to take what do you call neutral?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take ogres because it's not that competitive, is it?
No, it shouldn't be. There's going to be no individual winner. There's going to be a good or an evil overall victory, but there's no you have won the tournament.
Because ogres are small, travel easy. Because we're travelling on flights now, so that's something we're going to have to discuss because the luggage allowance now is lunacy. It was bad last time we went, but now it's even smaller. Yeah, and we're going for a bit longer. So we might have to. So we're flying up on the Friday, doing some Friday events.
There is Friday events,
and then go back on the Monday night. So all Monday to drinking with the spoons.
Definitely, and I'll be taking Skaven. So
because you're Team Evil, aren't you?
I'm head of Team Evil, and that means I'll be Gracie thankwalling it. And I've even got a Skaven plushie from the LGT to be my team's mascot. It's a little fluffy Skaven thing, nice. And my team's definitely going to have badges. So I'm going to get badges done for badges for Team Evil. I imagine Jana's team's going to have kilts. It should be cool. It should be really cool. And I personally, I will try to do narrative kind of matchups myself. As in I will look at what people have brought and the tables and stuff, and and I might even issue my own kind of directives in terms of what I want my generals my side to do for that matchup. Right, you're going to play that game, which is a good matchup for you, but I want you to try and do this particular thing.
Take one for the team.
Yeah, something. I don't know. I'll think it up. I'll even if they're just you get little bonus points for team and not for the event, but you get bonus points in my eyes. You get bits of warpstone. There you go. You get bits of warpstone from your Skaven, overseer.
So put doubles matches with juxtaposed teams.
Yeah.
Tomb Kings and Vampire Cats. You can just sit next to each other arguing.
Yeah. Well, something I don't know. I will, and with it, I will look to be. I'll try to get the most. We're trying to create moments and trying to create funny stories. So I will look for it that way. Yeah.
Cool, right? Paul's got to go to work. You might have noticed that last section was a little bit rushed.
It did, but we do have to finish. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So next time we're back with the high up update. Oh my god! Yeah. Oh my god!
And certainly when they've had this captain's chat, if that's information's going to be open to the public, we'll talk about it.
Okay, cool. So until next time, see you later.
See you later.
Two of you together, that's fine. But what if one of you is the monster?
Monster? They're British.
Two of you together, that's fine. But what if one of you is the monster?
Monster? They're